Hello Happy Crocheters, this is Lindsay from windingroadcrochet.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change colors in Tunisian crochet. There are actually 3 different ways to change colors, but in this lesson we're going to go over 2 of the ways. One is how to change colors at the beginning of our return pass, and the other is how to change colors at the beginning of our forward pass so that we can create stripes all the way across. Changing colors in your project is definitely going to make your project more interesting, as well as it makes it a really fun way to use up scrap yarn for a single project. Here's an example of a piece that I'm using for a practice pattern, and as you can see I used 4 different colors to make a pretty color blocked look. Let's start by learning how to change colors at the beginning of our forward pass. But to do this, we are actually going to change colors in the return pass of our previous row. So just work your return pass until you only have 2 loops left on your hook. This is because when we pull up our next loop, it will be the first loop on our hook for the new row, and we want that to be the new color. So I'm just going to yarn over with the new color while there are 2 loops left on my hook, and I'm going to pull that loop through the last 2 loops on the hook. Now the first loop of our new row is the new color. From here, we just continue working our stitches as normal, and as you will see, we are pulling up the yellow loops for the new row. When we reach the end of our row, we just work our return pass as normal, and that will give us a completely yellow row. Let's go ahead and change our color a second time. So I have 2 loops left on my hook. I'm picking up the blue yarn that I left attached to my piece. I'm yarning over and pulling through those 2 loops. And now I'm ready to work a row of blue stitches. One of the nice things about working stripes in Tunisian crochet is that we're picking up and dropping our yarn on the same side of the row. So it makes it very easy to carry your yarn up the side of the row. And then if you work a border later, you can hide those yarn ends. So we're making it to the end of our blue row, and we are going to work a regular return pass. I'm going to work a few more rows and then show you what these stripes look like. So here's the finished piece, and as you can see, we have a really nice clean yellow stripe in the middle of our work. Now we are going to change colors on the left side of our work, or at the beginning of our return pass. To do this, we are going to change colors during the chain 1 of the return pass. First, we're going to work our last stitch as usual, and then when we work our chain 1, we will yarn over with the new color and pull it through the first loop. You can always tighten this stitch later if it becomes loose. I'm going to pinch that blue loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, and keep repeating this until you only have 1 loop left on the hook. Now this way can give you a clean stripe like the other method did if you're using it for the knit stitch or the full stitch. But for stitches like the Tunisian simple stitch and the smock stitch, we are going to get a blended row. So as I start the forward pass for the next row, you'll see how I am pulling up those blue vertical bars, and I am pulling them over the yellow horizontal chain, and we are getting this row that has 2 colors. As we reach the end of our forward pass, we're going to change colors again. If you change colors every row, you're going to go under that 1 vertical loop and that really loose yarn end of the yellow. Then again, we are going to yarn over with our new color to create a chain 1. So yarn over and pull through the first loop on your hook. Then complete the rest of your return pass by doing a yarn over and pulling through 2 and repeating this all the way to the end of the row. I'm going to go ahead and complete this row, and then I'm going to work the next row all in blue so that we have 1 changing colored row and then 1 solid row, just so you can see what it looks like. So here we are having a second row where we're changing colors every row at the beginning of our return pass. Changing colors on this side of the row can give you almost a woven look with those two colored rows. So for the last row, I did not change colors and worked a solid color of blue. So you can see the difference between the rows that you change colors and you get that two-tone row versus the fact that you can get solid color changes by working on the beginning of the return pass. Again, when you are changing colors at the beginning of the return pass, if you're using stitches like the knit stitch or the full stitch, it's actually going to look exactly the same regardless of what side you change the color on. It's actually stitches like the Tunisian simple stitch and the smock stitch. When you are pulling up loops from the front of our work, that's when you're going to get those two-toned rows by changing colors at the beginning of the return pass. So I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on how to change colors in Tunisian crochet. I hope you are enjoying the Tunisian crochet course, and as always, thank you so much for watching.